Hey guys, what's up? A long time no see. It is currently January 20th, 2022, so happy new year. I have moved since I saw you guys last. I moved out. So I'm living in my apartment by myself with my doggy. And it's been like 6 months since I've been a nurse. Isn't that so crazy? Like, yeah, I think it's been 6 months this month because I started my nurse job in July. But yeah, I just thought I would like check in with you guys and kind of like do a vlog, like day in the life of kind of, what I'm up to. Really, spoiler alert, nothing crazy, nothing eventful. I have like a little time lapse that I'll probably put before this clip where I was literally just awake at like 3 in the morning watching something with my dog. I Right now it's like noon. I work tonight. And I've just been kind of like in bed, just laying down, and I don't even know what time I fell asleep yesterday. Usually I work nights. I usually stay up. I don't switch back to like a day schedule. Like I have just found that for myself, it just works better if I just stay on one sleep schedule. So I can't do that because I'm not married. I don't have kids or anything. But yeah, so I will typically stay up. Lately, I've been staying up really late. Like I've been staying up until like, I don't know, like 5, 6, sometimes 7 in the morning. I try not to stay up until 7. But yeah, last night I guess I was just like, okay, I cleared some storage. I'm back. My phone kept like pausing when I was like trying to record it, like a short little clip. Anyways, as I was saying, I don't really know what I was saying. But yeah, I work tonight, and I guess I just wanted to do kind of like a little vlog, even though my life's really not that interesting. But yeah, it's like noon right now, and I woke up a little while ago, and I woke up because I woke up to a nosebleed. That's really why I woke up. Otherwise, I would have still been asleep. But then I've like just been awake, and I guess not actively trying to fall back asleep, but that's kind of what I'm going to do right now. So again, that's why I'm in bed. Tonight's like my like first night on, so I'll usually try to like, I don't know, sleep until like 2 or 3, and then get up and try to like do something ish with my day. Yeah, and then when it's like back to back, I just like sleep obviously and like just like go to work. But and if I like wake up earlier, maybe I'll like just take a nap or something before work. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. We'll get up to something, maybe go to the grocery store or something. And yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Guys, I'm like the worst vlogger. I just like always forget to vlog. I am currently getting ready right now for work, or finishing getting ready. I should have taken you guys along with me to like the grocery store. So okay, I actually went a few different places. I went to this store near me called Once Upon a Child because okay, I have a little doggy. You guys have kind of seen her in a few of my vlogs, and her name's Molly. She's 9, super cute, love of my life. But her problem is she knows she's supposed to pee outside, but she pees on the carpet anyways because she's a little brat. Well, while I'm gone for the night, that's an issue, because I have carpet, where I live, my apartment and stuff like that. Like I can't have her like just peeing all over the carpet. Even though I have like a carpet cleaner or whatever, like she still does on occasion have some accidents. So, I like clean it up. Oh shoot, speaking of which, I forgot to buy some stuff. Anyways, that's besides the point. But so that being said, I usually keep her locked in the bathroom. Well, Miss Molly doesn't like that. And the last time, so she usually is like fine, but and she's had like kind of like one kind of like freak out before, but this last time it was like bad. Like she really like bit up my and like scratched at the door frame or whatever in my bathroom. So I was like, okay, well, I can't have her, wrecking it any more than she already did. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
fix that. But so I was like, okay, I need to get a baby gate. Well, I tried to get a baby gate yesterday from somebody on Facebook Marketplace, and it was fine. Like, it wasn't shady or anything. It just ended up being not wide enough for my kitchen entrance. So I went to Once Upon a Child, sold that one, tried to buy a new one. They didn't have any. So I went to Walmart, got another one, and now I finally have a baby gate in the kitchen. So that's what we're going to try tonight. We're going to try to keep her in the kitchen, and hopefully she does better with that, because it's like an open, more open area. But if that doesn't work, then I don't know, like, I'm gonna try like a crate or something. But here's hoping that the baby gate will solve our issues, because I don't want to put her in a crate, you know. I just feel like that's a lot more like restrictive, whatever. So anyways, that's what's going on with that. I went to Whole Foods, I got some dinner for myself, and then I rushed home, ate that really quick, set up the baby gate, took a shower really quick. It's currently 6:05. I try to leave my house at the very latest 6:30. Really, preferably I prefer to leave at like 6:20, but like I could get away with like leaving at 6:30. But yeah, so that's really that. I'm just finishing getting ready now, and I'm getting some dinner ready for her. Also, fun fact, my dog, okay, listen, I love my dog, but like, she's so high maintenance, and it's really my dad's fault, because when she was little, she stayed back with my dad for like a LOL, my timer just went off for the food I'm making for her. I got cut off, but yeah, so she stayed back with my dad, and he fed her people food, and she's never looked back since. So she eats people food. So I'm literally making her hard-boiled eggs right now, which is what the timer just went off for. So I know to, like, you know, take them out or whatever. But yeah, so, but other than that, we're just rushing to finish getting ready. And I know people are like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know how you have the time to like do your makeup for work, but I'm like, honestly, it really doesn't take me that long. Like, I literally started getting ready at like probably 6:55, and this is where we are right now. Or I'm sorry, 5:55, and it's like 6:07. So like, I'm just used to doing my makeup at this point, and I'm just fast at it. But yeah, I'll show you guys Miss Molly, and yeah, here she is. Bad doggy. But also I get it, you know, she's anxious. Here's baby gate. Here's her eggs. Oh my god, I can't believe this is my life sometimes, that I'm literally, you know, I mean, I guess people make like dog food for their dogs, but I just think it's funny that I'm making hard-boiled eggs for my dog. So I'm just gonna let those cool off for like 5 minutes while I finish getting ready, and then get that ready for her, and then put her in here, put her little doggy bed in here, and then we gotta go. But yeah, that's what we're doing so far. I'll keep you guys updated. Hey girly pops, I, based on like the last clips that you guys saw, it's been a few days. It's been like maybe a week. So kind of like, where did we leave off on? I went to work that night, and it was super crazy. It was actually like, I got to work, and my assignment was just like so busy. Like, I feel like I accidentally got given like the busiest patients on the floor, and like, not even busy because like on paper they looked fine, but it's just because all of a sudden they needed stuff. Like, I had my one kid that he had like a whole situation going on, but his IV went bad, and so we had to call IV team, because he had this like special like IV watch thing, which was like monitoring to see like when his IV would go bad. And it's actually really cool, and they don't usually use it unless like it's for kiddos that are like in the NICUs or the PICUs. But in his situation, he was getting TPN and lipids run peripherally, which I guess is like something that happens a lot in like the NICUs. I've never seen it, and like, honestly, is it a great idea? No. But he just like had like a whole complicated situation, and but anyways, his IV went bad, so he needed a new one. And then at the same time, I had another patient that they had like gone down to get some imaging, and they needed a med to be given to them at like
9 o'clock, and it was like a time sensitive med. So I called down and I was like, hey, are they going to be a second? Like, are they going to be a while down there? Because they really need this med and I can like run it down to them, like no problem. And they were like, yeah, sure. Like they're going to be here for a little while. So like, if you want, you can bring it down. I was like, perfect. So I'm like heading down and I get a call on Vocera and they're like, hey, the patient is actually complaining of like chest pain and like shortness of breath. And I was like, great. I was like, okay, I'll be right there. So I Vocera'd my charge nurse and I was like, hey, can you text page the residents and like have them call me or meet me down there? So then, everybody met down there and we were, basically resolving the situation. And then the residents decided that they wanted to call an act on this kid. And an act is basically like a pre-code blue. The purpose of calling acts is to like avoid a code blue. And like if it needs to escalate obviously to like an actual code blue, then like that will happen. But it's really like supposed to help prevent it. So they called the code blue and there was like so much going on because this kid also needed a line because they had gotten there like sometime in like the later afternoon. They hadn't gained access yet, and then because of everything that was going on, they needed a bunch of labs, but he didn't have a line and he was also a hard stick, so I had to call IV team again. And I had no supplies down there, so I had to like call my friends up from, up on my floor, and I was like, hey, can you bring me like XYZ? I need this. And, for IV team as well. So it was just like really crazy. And I ended up being down there for like 2.5 hours. And then I finally got back up on the floor with them. Everything was like, I guess like resolved enough. Oh, hi, it's Moe. He's my doggy. And so so it ended up being like okay, thankfully, and their symptoms resolved. So that was that. So it was just like a really crazy night, and I didn't really like, honestly, it was just, oh my gosh. And then I had to catch up my charting, so I just didn't really have the time to like vlog. But yeah, like I guess, and I was thinking to myself too, because I feel like as a new grad, it's just on my floor, there's just so many different things that we get. And I feel like sometimes working night shift, I love working night shift, don't get me wrong, but sometimes I feel like we get like the shorter end of the stick because like we don't sometimes get to practice some of the skills that they get to do on days like central line dressing changes. I feel like they tend to do those more on day shift. Like they do it on night shift sometimes, but I feel like at this point, I mean, I've been a nurse for like 6 months and I still don't like super feel confident on like dressing changes for like a pick or, and I try like anytime that anybody has like a dressing change, I'm just like, hey, can I watch? Because at least if I'm not like doing it, like I'm trying to like watch people doing it. And I feel like I still, man, IVs and kids, it's hard. On my floor, we tend to get like a lot of like teens. So, I at least try. I'm not a great stick, but I at least try the first time, and I'll take a buddy in with me and have them try as well. And if like we're both not successful, then we will usually call IV team, but it's we usually, sorry, she's a noisy breather, but we usually try to like have a couple of attempts before we call them. What else? I feel really confident with our like diabetic patients because we just get them so often. But we'll get, these like these kids that we don't like really get very often, or I don't know, we have things called like a hypo challenge, and I haven't had the chance to like do one myself, like start one myself. I saw one like started on days. Again, that's like another thing that they kind of like to do on days because day team is there's more people, there's more resources. So it kind of like it kind of sucks in terms of like learning sometimes being on nights. So that's what I will say with that. Another thing, I haven't gotten to do like a water deprivation test, which is basically done to test for diabetes insipidus. But like, I don't know, I'm really trying. And that night that like everything happened with like the act and all of that, I it's so funny because like literally just a couple of days I was thinking to myself, because I think that eventually I want to do maybe like travel nursing. And I was just thinking to myself, I feel like I want to be a little bit more challenged at work. Not to say that it's not challenging, obviously, but I want to, get these like more challenging situations where like I really have to like, use my nursing judgment, and use my skills and like learn skills. So even in the craziness of it all, I actually like wasn't mad about it, because I was thinking to myself, well, I did basically ask for this. The universe said, ask and you shall receive. So I'm not really upset. And I wasn't upset at the time either. I just kind of viewed it as like an opportunity to grow. In terms of like how I'm like feeling, I don't know. I really enjoy it so far. In residency, because we have to do nurse residency for the whole first year. I can't talk today. They gave us like this little like chart, and it's like, you'll have like this like high, and then like you'll kind of like really plateau, and then it'll kind of start to go back up again. I don't know. Like I don't know if I've just been like good at like self-care and like maintaining my boundaries with work. I feel like that's something that I'm really good at. I really, really try my hardest not to bring work home. Like, I care about my patients with all of my heart, all of my being while I'm there, but I really try to make an effort of when I leave the hospital, I'm no longer thinking about the hospital. I'm no longer thinking about the patients, because I can't do anything. I'm not there. I'm not actively there to be able to take care of them. So, like, I don't know. That's, I feel like, a way that I feel like I help keep my mental health, like, in check. And there's obviously like some days where like stuff like really like happens and really impacts you, but for the most part I really try my hardest to just leave work at work, and I feel like I've been doing pretty good at that. I really enjoy my job so far, and I also think that what makes a big difference is like your coworkers. My best like work friend and I, like, we always like look forward to going to work together. And it's so funny because like sometimes we're like, oh, let's like match, because our uniform policy, I think I've mentioned it before, we just have to make sure we have like the right color scrub pants on, but we can wear like whatever color top that we want. You can wear like any scrub top, and then like our gift shop has like a bunch of like cute colored shirts, like just all colors of the rainbow. So I'll be like, oh, let's like wear red this day, just like we're like in middle school. So I think that just like doing little things to boost my own morale, I feel like personally helps me. I know that not everybody is like that, and I feel like I learned recently, I was watching somebody's podcast, I feel like I'm very blessed and very lucky to have joy and gratefulness come naturally and easily to me. And I guess I never thought about it being a privilege or a gift, because I feel like some people don't have that. But yeah, I'm really trying. I try to just like learn as much as I can. I try to ask questions during report. Like, we on my floor, we get like liver and kidney transplants, and I was getting report from a nurse the other day, and we were, talking about a kid that was there in like kidney rejection. And I was asking her, I was like, I feel like we get a lot of kids that come in here for kidney rejection. How do we fix that? And, she started telling me about the ways. And it's just, asking questions. And it sucks because we don't like get these kinds of patients all the time. So it kind of like, it's hard for me to remember. I feel like that's something I really struggle with. I'm like 90% sure I have ADHD, which can like affect your memory. And I feel like that's one of the biggest struggles that I have, is that I feel like I am so forgetful in terms of like long-term retention. Like we talked about that, and I don't like super remember all of the things that she mentioned. And obviously she mentioned like a one time in conversation. So like, I'm sure if I had it like written down, but like it's little things like that where I'm trying to like, I really want to hone in on my stuff. I started just like randomly looking up Quizlets for like drugs, and just kind of like reviewing that. And I try to like look things up on LexiComp, and just like kind of go over that. And it's just like those things I feel like that are really helpful, and I feel like eventually, make you a really good nurse. I still don't ever want to be charge nurse, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I kind of feel like that's where I'm at right now. I'm so grateful that I'm still loving my job so far, and I hope that it stays that way. And yeah, I just, I'm a happy little camper. And I know also too that I'm so grateful that this is what I always say. In the pediatric world, it will always be better than the adult world. Staffing wise, like, even don't get me wrong, we do have staffing issues. Like right now, we definitely have staffing issues. But I just feel like it's always better than the adult world. Like it just is. It's just like it's not even a biased like anything. It's literally just a fact. So I don't know. I guess that kind of helps me in my perspective where I'm just kind of like, it could be worse. It really could be worse. So I don't know. Some people might view my viewpoint as like toxic positivity, but like it's truly how I feel and it's truly how I cope. And I feel like it's working for me. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So I don't know. I hope that, even some of my perspectives has been able to spark something in your mind and maybe, offer a different perspective, a different, way of thinking. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now, about 6 months out, and that's it. But yeah, I'm sorry that I like have not been the best at like uploading. I just don't really know what to upload, and sometimes I feel like what I have to say is like not as valuable, so that's just my own insecurities. That's cool. But yeah, so I'm gonna try. But yeah, that's all I have to say. I'm gonna say goodbye. Say goodbye, Moe's. This is Moe. Molly is her name, but I call her Mommy. Oh, say goodbye. Say bye-bye. Thank you for watching. Bye.